In this video, I'm going to be showing you all of the trades that I've taken so far in 2022. Really quick before we jump into the video, I have a free trading course that you can join right now. It's totally free, it's going to get sent to your inbox, and it has 13 videos teaching you 10 different topics. So if you do want to enroll in this, watch the video first because it's very beneficial, but after that, head over to the first link in the description and sign up for this course. It will be sent to your email and it may take a few minutes to get there, so don't panic if it takes some time to arrive. Welcome back to the channel, everyone. It has been a while since I last made a video, coming on 2 weeks now. I had a week off for Christmas and then I actually caught COVID, so I wasn't able to make any videos for the past week either because I've had to recover. But now I'm feeling better. It hasn't fully gone yet, but I am feeling totally fine. So what we're going to do is jump back into the videos starting now. In this video, I want to go through my trades from this week. So far, I've had a 100% hit rate. It's been a very, very good week. I've locked in quite a lot of profits. I also just started a couple of different funding challenges as well. Keep everyone updated on those. And when they're live, I do actually plan to set one of them to public with a MyFX book link attached to it so that you can watch my day-to-day or week-to-week trading progress. So all of the trades I've taken this week have been on EURUSD. All of the trades I've taken this week have also been intraday moves. So what I'm going to do is scale price back to the start of the week and run you through the positions that I've taken, where I entered, where I exited, and why I took these positions. So the first trade that I took this week was this one here, a EURUSD Asia liquidity run trade. The idea here was this position where we were looking for a sweep of the Asia low, then for price to come in and form some bullish structure, and then we could buy into it. Now this one I never executed anything on. We didn't get a sweep, so there was no trade brought in there. But here we can see the final position. It was a good success. We had around 4R pulled on that movement as well. So I'm going to go and break that down now. So I've scaled back to January the 4th, which was Tuesday, to show you the first position that I took this week. This was an intraday trade, and the premise of this trade was to sweep out the liquidity beneath and above the Asia range. You can see here I have the Asia high and the Asia low marked on the charts with these lines here. And at the end of the Asia session, we broke out very quickly and started pushing to the downside. So what I want to see in a trade like this is for price to actually pull back up towards the high of the Asia session. Now, what I can actually see though is we did have this little supply area, which is very prominent on the chart there in balanced supply. So for this trade, I actually targeted a smaller risk reward ratio and went for this zone just because of the possibility that it flips. And I do think we did actually exceed this level, but I took my profits anyway. So there we go. What we're looking for in a trade like this is after the sweep, we want to see the significant structure point break. So I can see here in this downside move, we have lower low, lower high, and then a lower low, which is the breakout. So this lower high here is where I would like to see price break through. If price does not break through, there's no trade for me. If price breaks through and shoots straight to the target, there's no trade for me. But if price breaks through, pulls back, and gives us a nice entry, we can definitely look then for an entry to actually buy this thing up towards that Asia high, or in this instance, towards this supply zone here. So we pretty much saw that right away. This was coming into around 8 a.m. We got that breakthrough. And at this point, I actually set some orders. Now, you can go down to the very low time frames. I often do. And in this example, you could have taken an entry at this point for a trade like this, which would have been a very, very good one. But I have missed a few trades like this, so I opted not to be too picky, and I actually used this 5-minute zone for my trade. So this is the extreme zone, obviously very tricky to pick an area here, so I just went for this level. And what I actually did was place my entry. I believe I got triggered in at 6.9. I put my entry at the 70 mark, but obviously spreads sometimes get you in with a better price when you're actually using the buy and sell limits, which is pretty cool. Stop was below around 4 pips, and then the target was into this supply area. Now, as we see, if we let price play out, we get a pullback down, the market taps into that demand area there, and then starts to move to the upside. And very, very quickly, within a matter of around 20 minutes, the trade was done. And that is a 4.2R position just locked in super easily. Now, what we will see is that we did come in and form these two around equal lows here. And this is why I give my trades a little bit of breathing room, because we can sometimes get wicks down like this, which are very, very tricky. Had we put our stop very, very close there, we may have been taken out on our brokers by spreads. That is one thing I could have done better with this position. As I showed you, had we used this area, this refined, imbalanced 1-minute zone, we would have got an amazing entry with amazing risk reward, as you can see. So we could have taken that from around a 4.2R position, potentially upwards of 12R, okay? So it would have been much better to use this zone. So that's something I've noted and journaled for next time. And if you are testing this kind of approach as well, maybe something you could consider. But that is the first position. That was Tuesday. Very simple, very easy move. just looking for that sweep, looking for the pullback in, and then looking to buy to take price towards the high. Now, I'm not sure if price did go and push into the high. I know for a fact we did actually exceed that zone. Could have targeted this area here potentially. But yeah, there we go. That's what I took. Very, very nice. So the next position I took this week was GBPUSD. Shorts on this one. And I just remembered at the start of the video, I said all of my trades were EURUSD. That's not true. 2 of them were euro, 1 of them was pound. Got that mixed up. But this was the second position here. And as you can see, before it happened, I marked out this area for shorts. And then we came in here, we hit that zone, and we started selling off. So I executed a position there. And as you can see, I actually ended up taking 2.5R. It was an early close, not something I usually do, but I wasn't too confident with the price action. And 2.5R for a day is fine with me. Now we're here on the charts for the second position, GBPUSD short. This was essentially the same premise. I was looking for the market to go and take out the liquidity under the Asia low there. And we can also see that we have these 1, 2, 3 equal lows. So this is a clear hotbed of liquidity, and it's very likely that the market is going to come and push through to that level. So I was looking for shorts there. Now we did have this extended push that kind of put me off a little bit, but we saw on some of these higher time frames that this push brought us into a supply zone. We actually got midpoint retests, which is very, very good to see. I like to see the higher time frame zones hit in the midpoint. That gives me a lot of confirmation that the market's not going to pull back into that point until the market has done what I want it to do and fulfilled my trade. So we did get an extended sweep, but it did come with a supply zone reaction. We filled the imbalance, and then we sold off with a lot of strength. If we shift down to the 1 minute time frame, you'll see the market brought a lot of weakness into the market there. You'll see that price brought a lot of weakness after hitting that midpoint, and what this did was confirm the move by breaking significant structure. So this is the first point of structure that broke. We can also see this area here broke as well, which shows us there is immense weakness in the market. At this point, I looked towards the supply area, and I actually cleared this candle here, as you will have seen in that Discord group before I sent it out. And we see there, that is the area I wanted to use for my trade. Now, my trade entry was around this point. I went with around a 3.7 pips stop, and the target was the Asia low for this position. So I was looking at around a 5.8R trade actually planned out. Now, we saw the market pull back up, trade us into that. We came just above that area, hence why I like to block out some of the previous structure as well. You can see here I cleared the next high, so we could actually give the market a little bit of leeway to do this that it does with the wicks. And then after getting triggered in, the market sold off very, very quickly. And I actually did take some profits early as mentioned. Well, I took full profits early, which I believe was around this point here, for around 2.5R. I did close it early, not normally something that I do, but I didn't really like the price action on this one. It was very choppy, and I just wanted to be in and out the market. 2.5R for me for a day is very, very good anyway. I don't need to risk letting that go. So I did actually take the profits. I believe it carried on down a little bit. Then we got pulls back up, and then we had a larger sell-off. But yeah, that was me, 2.5R, in and out, done. And then Thursday's position was EURUSD buys once again, and once again using the premise of the Asia liquidity for the trade setup. So here was when I sent out the idea for the trade. We'd swept that Asia low there. We had a pushback above, break of structure, and I was expecting market to just pick up a little bit and then take off. And when we cleared this break of structure here, that is where I would have then liked to buy into the market. So just after sending this out, we did get a push up. It broke the structure. We pulled back down, got a brilliant buy point, and then actually took the market all the way to the Asia high for a very, very clean and very, very simple trade. So over on the charts here, we can see the Asia low taken out. The market made this sweep structure. Then we had a push up. We broke this initial point, but this wasn't within the Asia range. So I wanted to see this point broken as the significant structure point. And when we got a break of that, which happened pretty quickly because the market built a lot of impulsive strength there, I started looking for areas to buy from. Now, I had a couple of ideas. There was obviously going to be this area, and then there was also lower areas as well. I actually just waited on this one. I did put an order on, but it never got tapped. But what we saw was the market come into this level. The 5 minute was where I executed. We came all the way down, traded towards this demand zone here, and then we started to push to the upside. Now, it was after this bullish candle here that I just manually executed this position, and I executed around this level, 940. Trade target was all the way into here, and my stop for this trade was simply just below these wicks. So we were looking at around a 4.6R position to the target there, and as we can see, the market took off very, very nicely and gave us a neat and successful position once again. So after we get a new higher high form, that is when I then move my stops to break even to cut all the risk, and we saw that happen after a little bit of a reaccumulation. The market then took off and started pushing into the highs. Now I actually took this position about 3 pips early, so I got a smaller profit out of it than the 4.6R, but it was still a very nice trade anyway. nice and successful. And as we do see, it did go and run to the target. Maybe a little bit of impatience from me, but there we go. Got it all anyways. Over 4R for this trade, which was very, very nice and very, very easy to actually execute upon. So you can see that all the trades I've showed you are systemized and they actually follow a step-by-step process, right? It's very simple. You can see 3 trades, 3 wins, haven't taken any losses yet this year, which is very wonderful. Obviously, they're going to come around eventually. Not every trade wins, but this is a very high win rate system. The way that I trade, high win rate, high risk reward. And because I've been gone for so long on YouTube, I thought that breaking down all of the trades for the week would be a very good way to reintroduce myself back to YouTube and give you some good, valuable content that you can learn from. So I'm now nearly done on one of the funding challenges that I started this week, and the other one I started only a day or so ago, so that's got a bit of a way to go. I'm a quarter of the way there now. I'll keep everyone updated on the progress of those in future videos, and when I have one live, I will indeed be setting that to public viewing on my FX book, so you can watch my trades day after day and week after week. So I hope everyone had a wonderful Christmas break. I hope you're having a good start to the new year. I just wanted to show you, here are a few of the setups taken using the analysis that I send out by my students. So we have a trade executed here, EURUSD, very similar to my position. Another one running profitably here, 3% done there on a My FOREX Funds challenge, thanks to that EURUSD trade. 2% in the challenge as well. This here, lovely execution, couple of positions, another execution there on EURUSD. There's the 2.75% on an My FOREX Funds challenge on day 1, very good stuff. Another trade here by another member, multiple, you can see it happens, time after time, again and again, we can see these positions running up nicely. So there's 7R done, and you can see it's a very repeatable and simple system that is bringing everyone a lot of profit. It's pretty easy to apply, and obviously you can do it alongside myself and my analysis to back it up as well. So you can see there, it's a system. It's not a fluke. It's not just me winning from this. It's everyone in this group as well who has learnt this approach and knows how to implement it successfully. I hope you've learned a thing or two in this video, and I hope that seeing the process play out is going to benefit your personal trading as well. If you do want to be over in that chat room and you also want to learn all of the systems I use step by step in a very in-depth video course, then head over to the second link in the description and you'll see a link to join my academy. The academy includes my full course. It's around 20 hours of content now, all super in-depth, no BS, 3 systems, high time frame and low time frame. And you also get access to that chat room that we spoke about and I've showed you as well. So if you want to take your trading to the next level, do that. And if not, you're not ready to do that yet, head over to the first link and sign up for that free course. So I look forward to working with you. I hope you've enjoyed this video. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next week with an analysis video to start off the year.